Hi, Gene here with today's thought. About a year ago, well, it's probably more than a year ago, one of my most visited or most viewed vlogs was about Mexico. It was about unlawful aliens flooding into the country and also fentanyl drugs. And I had suggested that the United States should really consider invading Mexico. Now, I got a lot of pushback on that. You would not believe it. Not only the most viewed, but probably the most comments I've ever gotten on a vlog. But now it's seriously being advocated in the Senate. Lindsey Graham has advocated that not a full-scale invasion of the U.S. Army, but just a Delta Force, just special forces to go in and just get these narco terrorists, to just get the cartels, the leaders of the cartels. I'm sure we could find them and just take those guys out. And well, basically, Lindsey Graham, and I don't know who it was in the House, but this has been echoed in the House too, by Republicans, of course. Well, I don't know, maybe some Democrats on the Senate side. I'd be surprised on the House. I don't know about that. But Lindsey Graham said we should send a clear message to Mexico that if Mexico is not going to use the military to go after their own military, to go after these cartels and take them out, then we'll do the job for them. And that suggestion, President Obrador, they call him AMLO because it's one of these long Mexican names with like four names together. I forget exactly all the names, but they call him AMLO, AMLO. Last name is Obrador. And Obrador, I think it was this morning, he said that no, he wasn't going to do that, and he said that the U.S. we better not send in our own military, or we better not do the job ourselves, as if he could stop us. And that tells, it tells you the obvious. The obvious conclusion is that Mexico is a failed state, failed or failing state. It's actually a failed state, some parts of Mexico, and a lot of people are on the cartel's payroll, put it that way. It's a very corrupt country. There's no denying it. I'm not accusing Obrador simply because I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me. But he is refusing to go after these cartels. So really, we should do it if he won't. But it also helps Obrador if we do it against his wishes, or whoever the decision makers are, preventing the Mexican military from doing, and you would need a Mexican military because in fact, there was a gunfight, there was a firefight between the cartels and a detachment of Mexican soldiers, and the cartel won. So you can imagine what law enforcement would do if they actually wanted to go after these cartels, and they don't, because a lot of them are on the payroll. But if we go in, and it could be a nod wink type of thing where we tell Obrador, okay, we're going in, but you can condemn it all you want, and these cartels are telling the people on your payroll, why can't you should need to do something about this. They would be able to say, they would have plausible deniability or plausible excuse and say, well, we can't do anything. We can't fight the United States military. They're just not asking us, and they're going in. So you see, they would have an out, and they could still stay on the payroll and collect their bribes. But we have to remember that there is a precedent for this. In Colombia had a problem with narcotics. Pablo Escobar, he was a kingpin in Peru or Colombia. I don't remember where he was, but he was tracked down and assassinated. I don't know whether by the host country's military or by us. But the point is, we worked with Colombia. Colombia worked with us, and that is the point. They worked with us to take care of the drug dealers, the cartels in Colombia. And you have Medellin was the main city, was their capital, the capital of the drug trade there. And that tells you a lot about Mexico, because if Obrador really wanted to take out these cartels, and he would gladly cooperate with us. And the fact that he's not, that tells you a lot. So we should, if we have to, we should go in there, do the job ourselves. And there's the other thing, we talk about building a wall and Biden not stopping immigration and all that. You have to remember that they're coming over the Mexico border, and they have to, before they come over the Mexicans' border with us, they have to come through Mexico's border with Guatemala, for instance. They have to, so Mexico is letting these people come into the country. I wonder if they're getting money from the cartels are, they're charging people to go over the border, our border. So maybe those people letting these unlawful aliens come into Mexico and traverse across Mexico, through Mexico to us, maybe some of them are on the payroll too. Who knows? Maybe all of them are on the payroll. I don't know, but it would seem to be a reasonable assumption. But we know Donald Trump, he told Obrador that he had to stop the flow of unlawful aliens. And you have to remember, even though the wall wasn't finished, as it isn't today, he stopped it because Trump told Obrador, he called him on a Friday and said, I need 28,000 troops, Mexican troops, along your border and stop this unlawful, the aliens and the drugs coming in. And AMLO said no, he resisted. And then Biden said, well, if you don't have these troops, you don't start sending them out today, Friday, then on Monday, I'm imposing a 25% tariff on every product that comes in from Mexico. And lo and behold, Monday, the soldiers were there. So Mexico, the point is, if we had a strong president, the president could, which is the tragedy here, because I doubt that Biden would authorize troops to go into Mexico to deal with this problem because he's so weak. And he's a total captive of the left that they want the open borders. Doesn't matter how many people, to them, they don't care how many people die from fentanyl as long as they have open borders, because they don't believe in borders. That's another subject for another day, another thought for another day. That was my thought for today. You just heard it, maybe more than one thought. Thanks for stopping by. I would love for you to subscribe, but come back and see me again. I'd love to see you all again, and bye.